Welcome back, everybody. It is October. Halloween is almost here, and time has just gotten away from me. There's a lot I wanted to do in September, but I had a very long work trip that took me away for over a week, which kind of wiped out all of my plans of things I wanted to make videos on. So I thought we'd just do a little bit of catch up right now. Starting with, you may notice, I just got this Headless Horseman Sleepy Hollow. Well, actually, it's called The Legend of Sleepy Hollow candle by the Storytime Candles. It's going to go perfect with my Headless Horseman living room decor. This is a hand-poured soy candle, weighs 9 ounces, and it's supposed to smell like molasses, pumpkin, and nutmeg. Okay, to me they all kind of just smell like sort of vanilla-y, but it is what it is, I guess. This candle was a suggestion by one of my subscribers out there, Peyton Maxteed, and I really appreciate him thinking about me and telling me where I could go to pick up this fun candle. Again, it's from Etsy. It's a bit small, and for the price that I ended up paying, which was, I want to say it was in the high 20s, I think, with delivery. If you don't have a Headless Horseman themed living room, you might want to forego the Etsy candles unless you are really out there to support the independent craftsmen's, in which case I could completely understand that. But got the fun candle. I also got, to go with it, these KitKats, Pumpkin Pie KitKats. Now, I wanted to do a candy in the car review on these. I've talked about it in a previous video, and if you've watched me years ago, I used to do them all the time. We eat and review candy in the car, and usually when I'm traveling, like I did, I'll rent a car, and it's fun to try out the different cars with our different candies. So I actually bought these a couple of weeks ago. I was just going to do a regular candy in the car review in my car. Never got around to it, so I went on this work trip. I bought them again, this and a different flavor, and I never got around to it. I was just too busy working. So rather than buy these for the third time, I'm just going to eat it here in front of you, or not in the car, I should say, because Tom opened my package while I was away. So I could have done another candy in the car review, but I am not going to buy these for the third time. But as you can see from my little candy bowl, there aren't many left. They're just little Kit Kat, so it's not even like if you had a Kit Kat bar. It's not even one of the full lengths, because I think a normal Kit Kat length is like yay much. So it's a miniature one. Comes in a couple of different colored packages, but they are all the same. And according to the package here, says it's pumpkin pie, naturally and artificially flavored, crisp wafers in pumpkin pie flavored cream. So it's a 9.7 ounce package, and let's see the calories. For 4 pieces, it's 170 calories. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and open one of these up and pretend I'm eating it for the first time, but really, since Tom has already opened them, I helped myself to some too. And you see the inside wafer filling. It's a little blurry there. Sorry. It's kind of like a Kit Kat. Obviously, the middle part's the same. It's just the flavor of the exterior, that candy coating that is different. And my first thought was it's horrible because it's such an overwhelming pumpkin spice flavor. And if you don't like that pumpkin spice, this is not going to be very appealing at all. And although it does kind of grow on you, I mean, the other day I sat down and ate way more than 170 calories worth of these. It kind of leaves a coating feeling in your mouth. It's almost chemically tasting. So I absolutely love Kit Kats. They're one of my favorite candies. I'm not sure I like these. But there was another flavor, and I've already forgotten what it was called. But it's marshmallow covered. I think they call it like a witch's brew or something like that. And it actually tasted very good. It's, again, a marshmallow flavoring, but it kind of like, if I didn't know that it was marshmallow flavoring and I was just eating it, kind of tasted like white chocolate. And I think a white chocolate Kit Kat is delicious. So I don't remember at this point, like I said, even though I bought these a couple of times, I don't remember how much they cost. Usually I like to tell you that, but I'm guessing this bag was like $3 or so. Would I get them or recommend them? No, even if you like pumpkin pie, because I don't really like pumpkin spice foods, but I can handle pumpkin flavored foods. And this is just a little too overwhelming and can't recommend it. So let's move on. Speaking of pumpkins, I like to do my ugly pumpkin of the month with my thrift store Halloween haul videos, but I didn't get a chance to do my thrift store hauls this last month. So I thought we would take a look, instead of the pumpkins that I find in the store. You know, I also like it when you out there submit your own suggestions of ugly pumpkins of the month that you find. And we'll take a look at some of those that you've submitted. Now, if you want to submit an ugly pumpkin of the month contender, you can do so on my Instagram page at Happy Haunter. Now, some of you out there are probably thinking, gosh, did I win this month? And you probably might have, but I've noticed that as I went back to look at the ugly pumpkin of the month submissions, I guess Instagram has a timed function on your photos now. So a lot of those pictures that you guys sent me have timed out and have disappeared, and I couldn't see them again. So I only have 5 ugly pumpkin of the month contenders. We'll take a look at them all. But first, before we get to those, because I think we need to just round this out to an even top 10, we're going to look at a few ugly pumpkin of the months from Pinterest. So my Pinterest page is at Colonel Mustard. That's KRNLMUSTRD. If you're interested in following my page, I used to try and do monthly Pinterest videos. I haven't done one in a while now. It looks like since May. It was May the only one I did in 2020. We'll have to get back to that. I really like doing the Pinterest videos. Gives me a lot of inspiration, but I've just been, again, so busy this year. But let's go ahead. I did a little search for ugly pumpkins, and this was the first one that I found. I think this is definitely a contender for ugly pumpkin of the month, with these sort of green moles that this pumpkin has all over its face, with those creepy yellow eyes that look like they are looking at something. And then, of course, there's something about this head that's a little over-rounded. Like, what's going on right here? Not entirely sure. But, oh, and look at the green lips. The green lips to match the green moles. That is certainly an ugly pumpkin. Next up, we have this guy, which actually kind of reminds me of Sam from Trick or Treat for some reason. He's got the creepy little sort of, I don't know what those are. Are they buttons? I can't quite tell. But are those, what are these things? It looks like some sort of, almost like acorns or some sort of something that has fallen off a tree, I bet. But again, very ugly. Something about that smushed face. Although it's kind of grown on me. It's almost so ugly it's cute. Like a little alien pumpkin. Here is another one. Now this is called a vintage chalkware ugly jack-o'-lantern. So a lot of these Pinterests might be intentionally ugly. When I'm out in the thrift stores, I like to find the ones particularly that aren't intentionally ugly. But hopefully we'll get to some of those from your submissions. But here we go. This is from Etsy. It looks like when I click on it, you can buy this for only $125. They actually call it a cute one-of-a-kind. Oh, it is handmade. Okay, so this is not, I don't know if it is intentionally ugly. If it's one of a kind, it certainly wasn't made to intentionally be so for sale. But look at that, again, the mouth with creepy teeth and the eyes with no actual eyeballs in them. It's actually kind of scary. I'd hate to have that in my room next to my bed. Another ugly pumpkin. Wow, $53.89, and this little sort of pillowy pumpkin can be yours. Cast a spooky spell on your patio or in your home with this plush. I don't think you should put a plush on your patio. That's not going to do you any good if it rains. But this jack-o'-lantern Halloween decoration from Northlight. These design figures create a magical and mysterious ambiance for Halloween. Magical is one word to describe this. I'm not sure that would be the word I chose to describe it. It's The little eyes, for some reason, kind of look a little off, and the mouth, it's just all together. It's fun, but it's certainly ugly. Now this is one that's definitely intentionally ugly, and I was hesitating to put things like this on, but I saw this and it's absolutely gross and gory, and I just love it. I don't know what these eyes are. Those are kind of creepy, but look at the centipede as it's going in the nose, and it uses them as eyebrows, and I don't know what these things are. Is it just like eating its face, or is that supposed to be some sort of like hair? And it's got all these little broken teeth. This guy is a monstrosity, but a perfectly monstrous monstrosity, and I love it. All right, getting back to your submissions, this one again is from Peyton Maxseed, who submitted the candle that we took a look at earlier. It's got a trio of ugly pumpkins here, all with the weird grimaces, especially this guy. He looks like he's trying to smile a little bit too hard. All of them. This guy looks like he could be smiling too, but this guy's like, what's going on with his mouth? It's like he's shouting. I don't know. It's every single one of them is just off in some way that just it's three times better than a single ugly pumpkin. And then this guy, if I saw on the shelf, it's those eyeballs. It's almost, the problem with this pumpkin, I think, is it's a little bit too realistic to a real face. It just gives it that ultra creepy vibe. Look at this little stem that's kind of wispy, like the top of his hair. Just a comb over that's like flying in the wind. This bushy eyebrows. It's just awesomely odd. And then here we have a square pumpkin. Look at these glasses that just like don't even quite line up with the eyeballs. Oh, whoops, I forgot to tell you. This pumpkin was submitted by Moonoween. So thank you, Moonoween. And this one was by, I don't know if this is Marian Ovosal or Mariano Vosal. One of those. Thank you for submitting your ugly pumpkin of the month. This reminds me of a librarian. I guess it could be like a grandmother. Kind of looks like a grandmother. But it's very square, very interesting looking. Now I'd feel bad even calling it ugly. So let's move on. This guy, $24, is a Bethany Low vintage style jack-o'-lantern bucket. This looks like you don't want to leave this alone in your child's room because it will like hop off the shelf and eat them. It has this weirdly lifelike creepy quality. And this was submitted by V.A. Styles. And then lastly, which I'm going to call the winner of the Ugly Pumpkin of the Month, although I think you need to vote below which one you think was the ugliest. This was from Bridget Nefsey, and it's not only a weird-looking ugly pumpkin. Look at this. This kind of looks like a little green hair along the sides. There's just so much wrong with this ugly pumpkin, but what makes it worse is it has sound. So let me turn up the volume, press play, and see. Scared of the dark? Happy Halloween. Why does it have two separate voices? I don't understand it. Oh my gosh. So those were my choices for Ugly Pumpkin of the Month. I really, again, appreciate everybody who has submitted one for consideration. Hopefully you won. If you didn't, you probably would have if the Instagram didn't delete your photo. But I look forward to your future submissions. Hopefully we'll get some good ones coming up for Halloween. But that's really all I had to talk about today. I'm working on other projects. I'm this close to finishing my inside decorations. Outside, I don't know, today's October 1st. By the time you get this, it'll be probably the 2nd. I don't know if it's too early to start putting out stuff on the outside. I don't want to upset the neighbors. I might wait one more week to start putting things out. Maybe I'll start putting something in my window right over there that people could see, just to get that feeling going and getting people excited. Because I'm getting excited. We're getting real close. But that's going to do it for today. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care, stay safe, and happy haunting.